Σκληρή δουλειά, αγώνας. Χαιρούμαστε λίγο και υποφέραμε πολλά.
Cyprus, Aphrodite's idyllic island, had stood in the midst of centuries, at a crossroad of legends, history, and civilization, and relevant to our occasion, one of the most ancient sources of viticulture and wine. A mosaic at the entrance of the Dionysus house in Paphos depicts Dionysus himself, the mortal Akarios, and the first wine drinkers, in a symbolic positioning where Akarios in the middle points to the right way of drinking wine, always in measure, and where consumption might lead when it's out of control. From Assidius to Homer, Shakespeare, and Richard the Lionheart, references to the Cypriot Nama are quite varied and lay a testament to the historical continuity of Cyprus of being a place where wine cultivation flourished. The small flasks uncovered by archaeologist Porphyrios Dikios at Arimi, the beautiful craftsmanship of the mosaics at the entrance of the Dionysus house, the dozens of medieval tubs found in Cypriot rural communities, as well as the oldest protected wine in the world, Commanderia, are historical realities of a wine tradition running since antiquity. Vineyards are grown throughout Cyprus, and many areas produce quality, competitive wines, but the absolute leader in the field are the wine villages. A geographically connected area of 20 wine-producing communities built on the southern sides of the Troodos mountain range. The geological particularities of Troodos in connection with the mild Mediterranean climate produce wines of unique taste and aroma, local varieties that have grown on the island for thousands of years. Xenisteri, Mavro, Maratheftico, Yanudi, Lefkada are but a few of the varieties, producing wines with protected geographical indication in accordance with the guidelines of European quality systems. The history and tradition of Cypriot viniculture and wine growing is directly connected to the Omodos history, its development through time. Surrounded by the imposing Troodos mountaintops, under the watchful eye of the Olympus, the highest place on the island, Omodos simply dazzles the visitors with its beauty and proudly comes forth through the bright green vineyards. Picturesque, brimming with hospitality, the traditional wine village of Limassol has become one of the most popular tourist destinations in the Cypriot countryside. The easy warmth of its people, their unrivaled openness to the visitor is virtually a moral duty, a holy code of honor that simply cannot be broken. Walking through the narrow cobbled streets, our senses brighten. The mind drifts high above the mountains as history is walking by your side. Setting off from the Grand Holy Cross Monastery, reaching the medieval tubs, strolling along the elegant buildings and its folklore and historical museums, Omodos is simply a memory arc. Thousands of visitors from around the world flock each year to the Holy Cross Monastery, one of the oldest in Cyprus. Possibly built in the 3rd century AD, a unique World Cultural Heritage Site. A place to cherish for the Orthodox faithful, the charming setting is complemented by the hanging embroidered lace known as pipiles, unique in form and art. Traditional products baked at home, such as the Arkatana wheat rusks, lead the senses. Happy smells fill the air, jogging the memory, marking down varied gastronomic triggers. However, what makes Omodos famous is the wine. It simply bottles the memory of a centuries-old history, leaving an indelible trace on the country's wine tradition. The Omodos land, gifted by nature, brimming with the sweat of its tireless, creative people, bore these sweet fruit, producing the blessed wine. It's enough merely to approach Omodos in order to realize its remarkable relationship with vineyards and winemaking. The layered dry stone walls, seemingly in endless rows, and the lively colors of the plants rushing through the ground take over the scenery in a most particular view. And behold, a piece of history was born on the slopes of Afami in years long past, where the Bacchic Dionysus chorus set the feast and led the festivities. That's where the new vineyards were planted, ploughed and pruned, turning out the sweetest fruit, greedily feeding on the Mediterranean sun as it bathed the evergreen hills. The Vassiliades estate vineyard carved their roots deep into the limestone. Meeting the deep-rooted, long-standing wine history, the ancestors' call is heavy on the shoulders, but the heirs are equal to it in mind and spirit. The ancestors' shadow is long and foreboding, but to wise ears, its presence means sharing a noble cause, gladly carried by those who follow.
Παιδί το περιβόλι σου που θα κληρονομήσεις, όπως το βρεις και όπως το δεις, να μην το παρατήσεις. Σκάψε το ακόμα πιο βαθιά και φράξε το πιο στέρεα και πλούτισε τη χλώρη του και πλάτινε τη γη του. Και ακλάδευτο που μπλέκεται να το βεργολογήσεις και να του φέρνεις στο νερό το αγνό της βρυσομάνας. Κι αν αγαπάς τα ανθρωπινά κι ως άρρωστα δεν είναι, ρίξε αγιασμό και εξόρκησε τα ξωτικά να φύγουν με τη ζωντάνια σπήρη, μόσα γερά δροσάτα, κι είναι ορβοτόμος, φυτευτής, διαφεντευτής.
An idea is always enough. Courage, toil, passion. One idea, a piece of history. The enlightened point the way. The Vassiliades vineyards of the Oenou Yi-Ktima Wine of the Earth winery produce quality wines based on local varieties that blend maturely with the established tastes such as the Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, Chardonnay and others. The Vassiliades family vineyards are an imposing sight, from the village boundaries to the 800-meter Laona mountaintops and Afami at 1060. Carrying the baton of the Omodos unique wine heritage, it all started with a single vineyard, the Oenou Vassiliades home, and in 15 years, the Vassiliades estate, Oenou Yi, grew in stature to 1,000 hectares of privately owned vineyards. It keeps growing every year. The geological characteristics and the climate of the region create a most particular terroir that provides unique organoleptic elements to the Vassiliades estate wines. Respecting the historical past, introducing modern technology, and the quality direction of the people involved in the production all contribute towards exquisite results. With the Vassiliades wines gaining European recognition as protected geographical indication wines pertaining to Limassol. The cutting-edge technology at all production stages of the Oenou Yi winery, starting out from the controlled fermentation, the air-conditioned aging cellars, the advanced presses, and the stainless steel containers, coupled with the dedication of our distinguished personnel, experts in their field, and committed to unrivaled quality. This kind of chemistry leads to international recognition and is well fitted to the most mountainous and charismatic vineyards of our island. In parallel to the functional structure of the production, the winery is organized in such a manner that allows visitors who are eager for a fascinating introduction to the secrets of wine processing. The operational space was designed to facilitate continued production, but also uninterrupted viewing of this production by the visitors who observe this ritual, enjoying an exquisite glass of wine. In addition, the specially designed wine tasting areas both serve connoisseurs as well as anyone who wants to experience quality wine. The immaculate expertise and the vision of the Vassiliades estate and Oenou Yi winery expertly utilizes the rich natural and technological resources at its disposal, thus contributing to the history and continuity of life-giving wine. The Vassiliades family associates successfully merged their utmost respect to traditional methods with innovative vineyard and winemaking techniques. Their passion and work ethic are a guarantee of maintaining as well as strengthening the Omodos tradition. Being so persistently tireless, the Omodos people have tamed the Troodos wild terrain and turned it into a massive vineyard, a place of mature smells that has produced authentic wine pleasure for hundreds of years now. And so it continues, with George Vassiliades at the helm, marking a new era with respect to tradition, but his eyes fixed well beyond the immediate horizon, with the words of Nikos Kazantzakis always in his head. Reach where you cannot.